No, I think the encyclical that came out in mid-June, well, first of all, it was hugely anticipated, and it was quite strident in you know, or maybe strident's the wrong word. It was very clear that there is a moral responsibility to care for the planet and for the people who live on the planet. And so I think what he did was clearly state that climate change is an issue for Catholics, specifically, but obviously for others, and then linked, I think, climate change to the poor and the most vulnerable. And so bringing a sort of moral argument alongside the scientific arguments and the economic arguments that have been made over the last 2 years, with an extraordinary degree of consensus. So now you have one of the most important spiritual leaders in the world saying this is a moral cause. You have, an incredible consensus among economists that this is an economic crisis, and then you have a scientific consensus that is unprecedented. So I think for that reason, it's really given an underpinning to many governments around the world to really sort of move forward with greater ambition. Well, Hillary Clinton called the United States the necessary nation, and I think that's an extremely apt description. You need the US at the table. It's the largest economy. Anything that you're agreeing without the US's full participation is only one half of the story. And so they have to be there. And in the past, yes, the United States dragged its feet. I think what you've seen is an increasing level of ambition coming through the executive orders and the initiative actions of this administration. I think that, the most efficient thing to do would be to be able to sort of legislate and just say this is the way we're going, and that's not possible politically here. And so, I think people are always looking over their shoulder at what is the domestic political debate in the United States. They're not, the US is not the only country that is having this debate. I mean, both Canada and Australia have domestic partisan debates around climate change, I think, but in most other countries it's bipartisan. And that's what you really need economically to benefit from, for the private sector to be able to benefit from the opportunity of climate change. There is an enormous opportunity in closed cycle production processes and energy efficiency, and the private sector, in order to be able to really build for that world, just needs long-term regulatory certainty. And if you're always worried that either a court is going to overturn a regulation or a different congressional makeup is going to reverse a legislative decision, that long-term certainty is not there.